Perhaps my favorite Doctor Who quote is, "I love humans, always finding patterns where there are none." And of course, that's what the evolutionists are doing, looking for patterns that show that somehow life can make itself, the universe can make itself, our planet can make itself. Everything that we see around us that Genesis says God made, they think could have happened by accident, made itself. Now, this guy here is an up-and-coming scientist. Even as an undergrad at University of Virginia, he did a lot of interesting work. It's Charlottesville, Virginia. He's using the radio telescope in West Virginia, but to do his work. But what they're talking about is detecting the presence of chemicals in space, and they can tell by the spectrum signature, things in visible light we can't see, but that our detectors can detect. And they found, this is very interesting, propylene oxide, the first stereoisomer ever found in space in the year 2016. Now, I heard they'd already found amino acids everywhere in space. That's what the word on the street is. But amino acids are stereoisomers. They do have mirror images of each other. And it mentions that it's like the amino acids that make up proteins. So they've never found amino acids in space, ever, according to this article here in Science News and the proud research coming out of University of Virginia. 2016, they finally found the propylene oxide. And then the polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, things like chocolate and nylon and coffee, caffeine, the PHAs, also they've noticed those hanging out in the universe in between not in between stars, but near stars, because then you can have light shining through them and you can get an absorption spectrum. And they're talking about these being the seeds of planets and organic chemistry, and the H3 molecules, which this young scientist has been creating artificially in the lab. They assume these can be created out in space. They're out there. And that's just something interesting there that for Chapter 4 in the chemistry class I'm doing now, it'll be very interesting for quantum stuff. Look at this. Stellar nursery. They just talk about the stellar nursery like it's real, like real stars are real form. That's totally a fairy tale. The genes condition is a hypothetical mathematical construct that has never been tested, but is trusted totally out of hand because the evolutionists need it, so therefore it must be true. And then this is really cool what they actually have found, knowing the makeup of polyaromatic hydrocarbons in space, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons in space, will help reveal how they click together from smaller molecules. Well, we see they detect that they are there. It'd be interesting, the chemistry of how they got there in space. That would certainly be cool. But trying to continue to piece out their story of how the universe could make itself, planets and stars can make themselves, life can make itself, and then those little bacteria can make into us, it really means that we made ourselves and God did not. In other words, we still just want to be God, just like Satan. That's his dream too. He wants to be God. That's his plan. That's his goal. And that's the same goal. We got it. We caught the infection from the devil himself, the father of lies. But we didn't make ourselves. It says in the Psalms, we did not make ourselves. He made us, and we are his people and the sheep of his pasture. You keep thinking and praying, Dr. Jackson.